Major economies have lately reported significant growth of trade with China in 2022, with some figures even hitting record high. It shows ever closer trade links between China and the rest of the world, and speaks volumes that the world rejects the decoupling theory hyped up by some US politicians.
Despite some issues, going on, for example, US-China relations are up and down all the time. I think there is underlying will for having a stronger relationship with the two countries.
Newly released US official data showed that trade between the United States and China hit a record $690.6 billion in 2022. Meanwhile, China's total trade volume with the European Union, Africa, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, and Latin America all shattered previous records.
Even if the people think about, it's decoupling. I'm sorry, I'm an economist. I look at the data. I do not see the decoupling. I always say the proof is in eating the cake. And when you eat the cake of trade is growing and growing and growing. And the consequence, it means there is no decoupling. It's a fallacy from the media. We are in a kind of Cold War mentality.
I think that sort of mentality of trying to antagonize, trying to halt, trying to stop China's rise and growth, I think for me, it's purely born out of, political ineptitude, as you say, because remember, growth anywhere is good for the entire world.
During the recent Icebreakers 2023 Chinese New Year celebration in London, business leaders refuted the decoupling theory and voiced their strong wishes to deepen ties with China, the world's second largest economy.
Free and open trade is essential for all of our prosperity. The idea that we could do complete decoupling, which by the way some people are talking about, is ridiculous. It would be catastrophic for our prosperity and livelihoods around the world. I've seen estimates of as much of a 40% drop in global GDP if we were headed into that direction.
All the noises we hear, many of our global partners have been quietly increasing their share of trade with China, while we have seen ours stagnate over the pandemic period. So time now to roll the sleeves up and get that market share climbing as business returns to normal.
Well, there's no doubt that the world needs a strong China. For the benefit of all economies around the world, we hope that China will grow.
ما فيش واحد عايش لوحده النهارده. ما فيش واحد عايش لوحده، في هات وخد. وده مبدأ الصين. ده ما يميز النموذج الصيني في التنمية الاقتصادية.
تقابلت مع كتير من أعضاء الحزب الشيوعي الصيني وفي الحقيقة أقدر أوصفهم بأنهم
I think it's one of the most resilient, economies in the world.
My expectation is that it will grow even more. There's a lot of depth, potential for growth in terms of the future, the development, the partnerships. It just need to be increased.